A lot of my friends ask me, Blues Duck, what do you think of 2012? Is the world going to end? Guess what? 2012 is good news for the good guys, bad news for the bad guys. The world's going to end. Well, let's take a look at this world around us. You got health care for a profit. Now, I'm not saying doctors shouldn't get paid, but when you say profit, it means beyond the doctors being paid, the stockholders have to get paid. Now, for the stockholders to make the kind of money they want to make to invest in those hospitals, people have to die. Okay? That's how it works. In the game of extreme capitalism, I'm not an anti-capitalist, but I'm against extreme capitalism, which means human life is less important than the profit to the stockholder. In the world of extreme capitalism, people die, and that's where the profit is. Poverty is created. The bottom line is this. Is this country, they say, keep America free. Well, guess what? Since America gave up the gold standard and then the silver standard and catered and caved in to frickin' international bankers, this country's truly not free. It's like a dog on a frickin' chain. And it's time for this country to turn on the frickin' guys that are holding the chain, the Fed, and say, F you, the Federal Reserve. That's a lie. It's not federal. It's not a reserve. Why is the U.S. government borrowing money? Why isn't the U.S. government printing its own money? Ask yourself that question right now. Why does the U.S. government owned by banks? Okay? So until we're ready to cut loose from the frickin' Fed, which probably isn't going to happen, but the reality is that it should, and the Fed is illegal, you won't have true freedom here. Because here's the key. You got to understand, it's called debt. It's called debt value, okay? In other words, our money is based not on gold standard or silver standard. It's based on the debt. Like home mortgages, that huge disaster bubble created by the bankers to break the back of Americans. And specifically to break the back of middle-class Americans. Because you notice, the rich, the super rich, did not suffer through that. There are people in this country, like George W. Bush and his extreme family, that like it when the price of gas goes up. Because that means they're that much richer. That guy's never had to worry about the price of gas in his frickin' life. And he represents for us. And so the bottom line is this. You see, the bankers that own the Fed print enough money for principal, but they don't print enough money to pay the interest on the principal. That means you or I or somebody has to die or go broke or live in poverty so those frickin' bankers can live the lifestyle that they want to live, which is you become chattel or slaves. And I become chattel or slaves because they want to lord it over everyone. This is historical fact that's documentable. So keep that in mind next time they talk about keep America free. You want to keep America free, get rid of the Federal Reserve.